All right, so we already talked about the primitive data types. We've talked about how we can use those for building variables, just really containers to hold information. But now we want to start being able to capture what a user wants or can give us, and we can create more dynamic programs. Okay, so that really comes from using the scanner class. Okay, and scanner class, it sounds kind of scary, but it's really just a couple lines of code that allows you to do really cool things. So really our format for it is, again, we have to have the type. Now it's not a primitive type anymore, but we have a type and we give it a name. And so I could give it a name like something like keyboard, and then I have to assign it what is happening. So it could be scanner, new scanner, and then I'm saying I am getting information from outside and it's going into the system. So this bit of code right here is what allows us to be able to capture input from the user. You get used to this bit of code, we can create a ton of games. Really cool stuff. Okay, so if we are just looking at right now, we're storing some variables here. Hello world and greeting. Let's go ahead and we are going to, and again, we can do the same thing. We're going to say scanner, we're going to declare it. And we can say keyboard. Okay, and then we can initialize it. So keyboard is equal to new scanner system.in. Okay, and I need to fix my error, which is saying it's expecting a semicolon. And then if I hover over this, and it's saying java.util.scanner, I'm going to go ahead and hit Alt-Enter because I need to import it. And I need to import the java.util class. Once I do, I can see that it imported up at the very top of my code, and I can start using it. So I have now, I'm saying hello world. How about I change this just to hello, and then I can ask, so let's change this some more, system.out.println. I'm just going to ask, what is your name? And I know that now the computer, the person in front of the computer is going to give me some information. So let's declare a variable that we're going to initialize later. So I'm going to do string, and let's call it user, and I'm using camel hump typing. So when you are doing a variable that has more than one word, first word is always going to be lowercase, and then every subsequent word you're going to capitalize the first letter. So I say, what is your name? Then I can say, whatever they write, I want to capture as that variable. So I can say username is equal to keyboard, because that's what I call my scanner, keyboard dot, and then I'm looking for different things. I have a lot of different options that I can do. The one that I want you guys to focus on right now, because I can look for if they type a number or they type a Boolean answer, I'm really looking for next line right here. So I select that. So whatever they type, the next thing, that the entire line that they type, once they click enter, it's going to get stored as username. Okay, so then I can use that and basically almost have a conversation with them. So I asked them what's their name. And now I can do my greeting again. But now I'm going to add, let's add a space to it. So I'm putting something in double quotes. And then I'm going to add their username. And then I could do my little bit of conversation. My name is, I could do this. So let's put that, I'm just going to delete it so you guys can see. So I first tell them hello, I ask them their name, and then I greet them. And then I have now my name. And I can continue going on this way, asking questions. System.out.print line. What is your favorite color? And they're going to probably give me an answer. Now I can again continue to declare up at the top, which is a really good practice. But I could also declare right under the line. I could say string user favorite color, still using camel typing, is equal to keyboard dot next line. So what they type is going to get stored as user favorite color, and then I could have my response, system.out.print line. That is interesting. My favorite color is, and I'm going to use a variable there, so let's put that up here. I got my name, my greeting, string, favorite color. And I'll define it. So favorite color is equal to, and I'm going to say blue. And then I can use my variable. So let's see what that looks like. So we run this. Hello, what is your name? Now it actually stopped. It stopped running the program because it's waiting for a response. So I could say Bob, print. Now it's talking to me. Hello, Bob. My name is Redbeard. What is your favorite color? Green. That is interesting. My favorite color is blue. And then we finish the code. Okay, so I can hold on to that information as long as I want. This is really, really useful for when you actually need to have the user start interacting with the program and it's not just playing in front of them like a TV show. Okay, this is the difference between a TV show and a video game. We actually have to get that input, capture that input from the user to be able to use later. Okay, so the way that we did it, again, was using that scanner class right here. And this is really what we did to initially set it up. We declared, giving it a name, and then mentioning the type. And then we said, we assigned what keyboard is actually holding. It's holding a new scanner that is taking information into the system. Okay, and then we actually stored our stuff as strings in here. Okay, so it's not too much more code, but it allows us to do so much more stuff. Okay, so now we're at the point where we can do our first major project. Okay, which I will explain in another video. Play around with this with your Hello World, change the functionality of it. Make it so that now, even though you already had your greeting and your name, that you can add a little bit of dialogue going back and forth from the user to you so that you can capture their input. Okay? And then you'll be all prepared to be able to do Mad Lib.